Many individuals make it a habit to drink a cup of tea in the evening before going to bed. This could be done for a variety of reasons, including to warm their stomach, to relax, or to give them the impression that they are taking care of themselves. Fact: that it is not black tea or green tea, it is also not one of those fashionable detox drinks. Take lots of medicines. In addition, I am going to discuss with you in this video 5 simple components that you can incorporate into your evening tea in order to get a more restful sleep, alleviate bodily aches, and most importantly, assist your muscles in rebuilding in a calm and consistent manner each and every night. First component that you are about to learn about might be absolutely flavorless, colorless, and odorless, but it has the potential to profoundly alter the way in which your muscles rebuild themselves overnight. Tell you that there is a natural material that is odorless, tasteless, and easily dissolved in your evening tea, and that just one tiny spoonful of this substance may help muscles heal, improve your sleep, and even minimize the aches and pains you experience in the morning. What would you say? You were to think that I was talking about some pricey supplement, you would be wrong. Instead, I am talking about glycine, which is one of the most basic amino acids and one of the most ignored amino acids, particularly when it comes to maintaining muscle development and recovery after the age of 60. Not a strange one. As a matter of fact, it is something that your body used to produce naturally on a daily basis. Approximately 1/3 of collagen, the protein that maintains the elasticity and flexibility of your skin and joints, and most significantly, assists in the repair and growth of muscle tissue, is composed of glycine. Begin to notice that your legs are becoming weaker, arms are becoming softer, and nights are no longer feeling restful. First step: glycine functions more like a reverse alarm clock than it does as a wake-up call. System receives a signal that it is time to relax and rebuild as a result of this. It has been demonstrated through research that glycine enhances the quality of deep sleep, particularly during the phase of sleep in which growth hormone is generated and muscle tissue is restored. The second benefit of glycine is that it brings down the temperature of your inner body, which makes it easier to relax more quickly. There have been clinical trials that have demonstrated considerable increases in sleep quality, time to fall asleep, and morning alertness. This is in contrast to sleeping drugs, which can leave you feeling sluggish and reliant, and glycine, which supports your body's natural physiology with just 3 grams administered before bedtime. On the other hand, the fact that glycine helps prevent muscle loss while sleeping is likely the least well-known but most significant reason why it is important. Your body goes into a maintenance phase when you are sleeping, but if you do not consume an adequate amount of amino acids, particularly glycine, this maintenance state can shift into a breakdown mode. To ensure that muscle protein synthesis continues even while you are sleeping, glycine supplies the raw material that is necessary. Especially crucial for people who are getting older because their ability to repair muscle slows down as they become older. I frequently hear from patients, "I don't want to put anything weird in my tea." However, glycine does not have any flavor, smell, or color change, and it does not alter the color of the tea. If you drink warm tea, whether it be herbal tea, chamomile tea, or just warm water, it will dissolve completely, and you won't even be aware that it is present. What changes will you observe? A more restful sleep, improved recuperation, and legs that are more stable when you wake up. After you have gained an understanding of the efficacy of glycine, you will recognize that it is not an additional supplement. This is something that your body used to have, and now you are merely putting it back where it should be. Even though it won't completely transform your body overnight, it will assist you in regaining what you've lost the night after night. In addition, once glycine has communicated to the body that it is time to mend, the next thing you require is a mineral that is not only silent but also essential. This mineral is one that about 70% of older persons are lacking, and it is the guide to a recovery that is smooth and uninterrupted. Let's talk about the second component of the recipe. Number 2 on the list of components is magnesium glycinate, the secret to a peaceful evening recuperation that is hidden away. You will require a guide after glycine has signaled to your body that it is time to begin repair mode. There is something that guarantees that everything will proceed without any disruptions or obstructions caused by the stress that you have carried throughout the day. This silent partner is magnesium glycinate, an essential mineral that more than 70% of older persons in the United States are lacking in, and they frequently are unaware of this deficiency. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 enzyme processes in your body, but very few people are aware that one of its most significant tasks is to calm your neuromuscular system and improve the quality of your deep sleep. When you do not consume enough amount of magnesium, you not only increase the likelihood of experiencing leg cramps during the night, but you also inhibit your muscles from fully releasing into the recovery state on their own. In contrast to magnesium supplements that are more affordable but induce diarrhea, magnesium glycinate is the form that is the most gentle and easily absorbed. Glycine, the amino acid that you have just heard about, is the perfect complement to it, and together they form a recovery duo that works in tandem. Magnesium is responsible for opening the pathway for oxygen and nutrients from the blood to reach each and every muscle cell, while glycine serves as the signal for repair. Have you ever experienced exhaustion even while you weren't doing anything particularly strenuous? Awoke with knees that were tight, limbs that were sore, and a lack of sleep? That could not be solely due to age or... It is an indication that your body is lacking the mineral that assists in the powering down of your nervous system during the night. Glycinate of magnesium does just that. However, it does not work in the same way as a sleeping medication. It does this by gently activating your natural relaxation response, which gives you the ability to drift off to sleep. It is similar to being wrapped in a warm blanket that calms your central nervous system. And this is the most exciting part. Because magnesium is also involved in the process of muscle protein synthesis, it is important to remember that while you are sleeping, not only is your mind relaxing, but your muscles are also being repaired. In a study that was published in the year 2020, it was found that older persons who took magnesium glycinate for a period of 12 weeks reported an improvement in the quality of their sleep, a reduction in muscular soreness, and even an improvement in their capacity to conduct modest morning activity. However, there is one fear that I hear from a lot of people. Before I tried magnesium, but it made my stomach feel uncomfortable. It's possible that you use magnesium oxide or citrate, which are both inexpensive versions that have low absorption and are prone to causing irritation in the digestive tract. Not the case with magnesium glycinate. Product is organic, gentle, and is frequently advised for people who have delicate digestion, such as senior citizens. In order to provide your body with the foundation it requires to rest, recuperate, and rebuild, all you need to do is add a tiny spoonful of magnesium glycinate to your evening tea, chamomile, tart, cherry, or warm water. Magnesium acts as a signal amplifier, ensuring that every area of your body receives the word that it is time to heal when glycine sends the message that it is to your attention. In addition, now that your muscles and nervous system are prepared for recuperation, it is time to add one more gift from nature to your collection. Something scrumptious that allows you to get a restful and comfortable night's sleep. Utilizes a natural chemical to assist in the healing of muscle tissue. Melatonin from fruit is ignored by the majority of individuals. This is the third component in the recipe. It is so familiar that you might have walked right by it, which is another reason why you would be astonished. The third component comes in the form of sour cherry tea, a mild yet potent tea that encourages you to get a good night's sleep and helps you gain muscle without you even being aware of it. Glycine and magnesium glycinate are responsible for the relaxation of your body. And once that relaxation has taken place, the next thing you require is not only sleep in the traditional sense. In order to repair the damage that has been accumulated throughout the day, you require a restful and rejuvenating sleep in which every muscle fiber and joint gently repairs each other. In addition, there is nothing that helps promote that procedure more than tart cherry tea. Melatonin is a natural sleep hormone that your body used to create on its own. This tea, which is made from sour cherries, may appear to be simple, but it is actually quite rich in this hormone. Melatonin derived from sour cherries, in contrast to sleeping drugs, does not compel your body to go to sleep. Because it presses the sleep mode button in a gentle manner, it is similar to drawing a soft curtain, which enables your mind to relax and your body to return to its normal rhythm. Due to the fact that melatonin synthesis begins to diminish dramatically beyond the age of 55, older persons are especially in need of this because it causes them to have a shallow, disturbed sleep that is insufficient to rebuild muscle tissue. Researchers found that persons over the age of 60 who had sour cherry juice twice a day for a period of 2 weeks slept for an average of 84 minutes longer each night. The study was published in the Journal of Medicinal Food. Of even greater significance, they reported less muscle discomfort and reported feeling more refreshed after engaging in light physical activity. The reason for this is that tart cherries have more than just melatonin within them. Anthocyanins, which are potent antioxidants, are also present in it. These antioxidants diminish the silent inflammation that occurs in muscle tissue and joints, which is the reason that many people wake up with stiff legs, tingling arms, or weariness throughout their entire body. The reason why tart cherry is so effective in your evening tea is discussed in the following paragraphs. Additionally, it facilitates the process of muscular repair while simultaneously assisting you in falling asleep more quickly. Every muscle fiber needs care, and every night of sleep counts as a day of recovery. Thus, this pair is ideal for anyone who is beginning a phase of life in which they are experiencing this. A prevalent concern, on the other hand, is eating fruit late at night, which must be loaded with sugar. In point of fact, tart cherries have a low glycemic index, and as long as they are consumed in tea bags or extract that is not sweetened, they do not cause a surge in blood sugar levels. Indeed, because of the anthocyanins that it contains, it has the ability to enhance insulin sensitivity and minimize inflammation that is brought on by changes in blood sugar amounts. Some individuals might be concerned about the minor sourness of the tart cherry, but in reality, it is possible to combine it with chamomile cinnamon or a few slices of fresh ginger to make a tea that is mild, aromatic, and simple to consume in the evening. This tea is similar to a light dessert that your body will be grateful for, and this is the most nuanced aspect of it all. Tart cherry is an act of care, a subtle message to yourself that says, I'm nourishing this body even in my sleep. At this point, you have relaxed. This is in contrast to a medication that you consume and forget about. You have initiated the rhythm of restorative sleep, and your body has begun the process of repairing itself. However, if you actually want to rebuild muscle that is strong and robust, You cannot ignore the need for the fundamental building block, which is a specific type of protein that digests slowly while you are sleeping. In the fourth ingredient, we will investigate everything related to this, something that appears to be designed for athletes, but is in fact a present for people who are far into their 60s and want to maintain strong muscles and stable legs. Casein protein is the fourth component of the recipe. This is the muscle-building supplement that works in the background while you sleep. Glycine, which helps you relax, magnesium glycinate, which helps you lead the process, and tart cherry, which helps you support deep sleep and reduce inflammation at the cellular level, have all been engaged by this point, but recovery is a different matter. When it comes to true rebuilding, which involves replacing worn muscle fibers after years of progressive loss, raw materials are required, and nothing supplies that better than casein protein when it comes to the nighttime hours. However, in contrast to whey protein, which is often consumed in the morning or after exercises, casein is a protein that is digested more slowly. Casein releases amino acids gradually over a period of 6 to 8 hours, in contrast to the rapid absorption of whey. In light of this, it is the perfect protein to consume at night when your body is calm, relaxed, and completely focused on repairing itself. One way to think about it is as follows. Quinine is like a continual stream of bricks being delivered all night long, rebuilding the wall in a consistent, secure, and gap-free manner. If your muscles are like a brick wall that is being rebuilt overnight, then quinine is like the bricks continuously being provided. There is no hurry, no noise, just a strong will. There is more to this than just theory. Casein consumption at night, in conjunction with deep sleep, was found to increase muscle protein synthesis by as much as 22% in older adults, according to a study that was published in the Journal of Nutrition. This was in comparison to individuals who did not ingest any protein throughout the night, according to the findings of yet another study conducted by Mastery University. Casein contributed greatly to the preservation of lean muscle mass in persons over the age of 60, particularly when accompanied with light daily activity. But I'm going to tell you something that I know you're thinking. The gym is not something I do. Am I truly going to need protein in the evening? In point of fact, older folks have a greater requirement for protein during the night than anyone else. At the age of 60, your body will begin to encounter a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. That is to say, even if you consume protein, your muscles will not rebuild unless you supply them with amino acids on a consistent basis and for a sufficient amount of time. Exactly that is what casein accomplishes. My primary concern is that I do not want to have anything that is heavy in my stomach when I go to bed. In a word, yes. This is the reason why you do not require a large protein shake. Instead, a single small scoop of casein isolate, approximately 15 grams, should be mixed into a cup of warm water, unsweetened almond milk, or the beverage of your choice. The absence of bloating, heaviness, and tossing and turning is a result. The next morning, you will just experience a lighter feeling. There was no discomfort, no cramping, and the legs felt stronger and more sturdy than before. When it comes to casein, myellar casein and casein isolate are the two most effective forms to use, both soft and slow absorbing, and neither likely to create gas nor a feeling of fullness either. Choosing an unflavored version will have very little impact on the flavor of your tea if you choose with that option. It is even possible to add cinnamon, raw cacao, or vanilla powder in order to make a recovery tea that has a lighter flavor before going to bed. Casein protein not only assists you in falling asleep, but it also assists your body in reestablishing itself, much like the act of setting the last brick at the conclusion of a day that has been completed. In addition, if you continue to do this night after night, you will be surprised to find that your steps get more stable, your grasp becomes more strong, and your body reacts more rapidly to even the smallest of movements. And by this point, you might believe that we are finished. One more present, however, is a herbal component that originates from the East and has been extensively researched for its capacity to alleviate chronic inflammation, safeguard joints, and combat the gradual loss of muscle mass that comes with advancing age. It is simple to locate, simple to prepare, and it has the potential to be the last golden spice that brings your soothing tea ritual from beginning to end. And that is exactly what we will investigate in the last part of this article, turmeric. Turmeric, the golden spice, is the fifth ingredient. It is beneficial for joints, muscles, and sleep that is truly restorative. When you have provided your body with a consistent supply of slow-digesting protein, such as casein, the final stage in improving muscle regeneration is to manage low-grade inflammation, the gradual accumulation of a modest inflammation that persists in your joints and the weakening of your muscle fibers throughout the course of your lifetime. Additionally, there is nothing more suitable than turmeric, or more specifically, curcumin, the active component found in golden turmeric, to address this issue in a manner that is gentle, risk-free, and the natural way. You may be familiar with turmeric as a spice used in cuisine. However, contemporary medicine has come to acknowledge that it is a potent anti-inflammatory medication that has benefits that are equivalent to those of ibuprofen, but without the negative side effects such as weariness or stomach pain. After only 8 weeks of continuous use, curcumin was proven to reduce joint pain, enhance mobility, and calm chronic inflammation in persons over the age of 55, according to a significant study that was published in the Journal of Medical Food. The question is, why is this significant for a cup of tea in the evening? Mainly due to the fact that inflammation is the stealthy sabotage of both sleep and the repair of muscles. While it is working to put out the fires of inflammation in your tissues, your body will not be able to mend correctly. Additionally, this is the point at which curcumin works its subtle magic. It reduces the temperature of the inflammatory system and generates an environment that is optimal for the formation of collagen, the repair of connective tissue, and the growth of lean muscle. If you frequently wake up with stiff joints, sore shoulders, or knees that complain every morning, this is very important to address. It is possible that it is not excessive use. It's possible that your muscles and joints have been slowly deteriorating for months or even years. This could be due to inflammation that has been present for a long time. It is explicitly addressed by curcumin that the mechanism that helps to quench the internal fire from within is being discussed. This is the problem that the majority of people face the most. If I don't know how to properly prepare turmeric, it will either have a pungent flavor and leave a stain on my cup. However, the fact is that activating the anti-inflammatory benefits of turmeric does not require a big dose. All that is required is a quarter of a teaspoon of pure turmeric powder mixed into warm water, unsweetened nut milk, or tea that has been gently chilled. According to research conducted in the field of biochemical pharmacology, the absorbability of curcumin is increased by a factor of 2,000 when a small amount of finely ground black pepper is added to the mixture. Is the flavor causing you concern? In order to have a more balanced flavor, you can combine it with cinnamon, ginger, or even a little bit of raw honey. People who have high levels of inflammation may experience an improvement in the quality of their sleep as a result of turmeric's propensity to improve sleep quality. Although preliminary studies suggest that curcumin may help control the HPA axis, also known as the stress response system, it is also possible that it may help soothe the mind and ease you into a relaxed state before bedtime. To put it another way, drinking a cup of turmeric tea before bed goes beyond merely being a healthy habit. It is a proactive move to inform your body, I'm protecting you from silent damage. And when you combine turmeric with glycine, magnesium tart cherry, and casein protein, you are not just drinking tea. You are actually doing more than that. While you are sleeping, you are putting together a formula for the recovery of your entire body that is both gentle and effective. In order to begin the healing process, we do not need to wait until morning. We can start right now while we are sleeping tonight with a straightforward cup of tea that has been infused with the appropriate components, care, and scientific knowledge. You now get the full picture. 5 straightforward components that, when incorporated into your nighttime tea, have the potential to provide a significant impact, thereby assisting you in preventing muscle loss, promoting muscle repair, and waking up stronger on a daily basis. You do not have to include all of them at the same time. Just begin with one of them. Pay attention to what your body is telling you, since the true magic does not come from anything that is either pricey or difficult to locate. It is the result of being consistent, having an awareness of your body, and showing it a little bit of love every night. For those of you who have experimented with any of these components, glycine, magnesium, glycinate, tart, cherry casein, or turmeric, please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. How did things change for you? Over the course of a few weeks, what did you observe? We have read each and every comment, and we would be delighted to travel this path alongside you. In the event that you found this video to be beneficial, please remember to give it a like, forward it to a friend, and subscribe to Sound Advice. Here, we will discuss gentle, science-backed, and compassionate methods that will assist you in remaining strong, moving freely, and feeling better on a daily basis. Have a good time in the following video. And as you enjoy your cup of tea tonight, may it not only bring warmth to your heart, but also softly heal your body in a way that is profound and long-lasting.